MSC Cruisecast is a Triple T production. Now the Taste Try travel team of Beth and Chris.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, guys.
We are back.
Yes.
The Triple T team of Chris and Beth. Of Beth and Chris.
Just got off a wonderful MSC cruise.
Are you going to ask me about my name tag?
Well, yes. I'm kind of a little jealous. You have a gold-plated name tag, and I don't have one.
Gold.
What do you want to say about that, Christopher?
I'm Super Diamond Plus Gold level Super Fun Time.
No, those
level.
don't blend.
That's my Voyager level.
Okay. Well, this was the first cruise where we both sailed as gold.
Woo!
I know. It was actually really exciting. It may be not to some people, but we've never cruised one cruise line enough. Or actually paid attention to points enough to actually get any kind of status.
We'd never joined like loyalty programs.
Nah.
We never did.
Nah. What's the point?
I've been on before we started this channel. Yeah. I've been on like 30 NCL cruises just because my mom likes NCL. And when I was younger, we would all go on NCL. So I've been on so many. I really am super double platinum plus super fun time on NCL, except that they're all old bookings. And there's no way they're going to be attached to my name. So anyway, so I'm proud of this one.
I know. It was exciting.
It's really just our key card that I taped.
It's not really a name tag.
I taped our key card.
He's like, where's our tape? I'm like, I don't know where the tape is, but we only have this. What kind of is it? The white tape. So that's all we had. So
packing tape on the back of it. I'm gonna remember that for our next cruise, so I can walk around and people are like, wow,
he has a gold name tag.
You must be super fun time double platinum.
Yes, we just got off the MSC Seashore. We had a wonderful time. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump in to a story that we leaked on our last podcast.
Exactly. So I like digging
Yes, you do.
In the dark recesses, the back alleys of the cruise internet.
Yes.
And I found this video. I'm just going to go ahead and start playing this thing.
Okay. And I have papers.
I found this video and it said something in Italian. I don't speak Italian. It said something in Italian and Bruce Springsteen. Mm-hmm. Well, it just said Springsteen and then like a bunch of Italian words.
Right.
So I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
Because they showed a picture of a ship on the little thumbnail. So I watched
it. Caught
the video.
your attention.
I clicked on the video.
Right.
And the video was in Italian too.
Right.
So then I had to download the video and then put it into an automatic translation. And then I put the text of what it's actually being said on the video so that I could understand what is going on with this video. And what it is MSC and Bruce Springsteen somehow are collaborating through a third party on some sort of cruise in Italy. Well, not in Italy, on the waters off of Italy.
Yeah. And he showed me this, and I thought that was like such a strange combination, right? This is going to be MSC's first music themed, or personality music themed cruise. So, and then he printed off this whole you were able to actually find the article eventually.
Then because I then was able to figure out what this was about, I was able to find an article that told you a little bit. It's kind of funny when you read the article.
Yeah.
It's kind of almost word for word what they're saying in the
Is it really?
In the video. So.
Yeah.
So it probably has a lot. It's probably from an official press release
and that's been like just translated. Yeah. So it is a rock in every corner of the ship at all times for Bruce Springsteen fans. It is the unprecedented proposal of MSC Cruises, launched on the eve of the two great Italian concerts of the American rock star in Milan. Born to Cruise arrives, the first musical cruise dedicated to fans and sympathizers of the singer and fans of the good music of the boss and fun in general, launched by the company with the association Noir and Springsteen. So there is a
Springsteen sympathizers.
That funny word. Some of the translation is funny in here. So there's this,
and fans of fun.
Yeah. There's this one lady in particular that has founded and it's NOI and Springsteen. I don't know if that's Swan Springsteen. She happens to love Bruce Springsteen, and she's also like an events planner. And somehow she's...
Is it a woman?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because it says she.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was a guy on the video.
It says Massimo, but then somewhere else says she. So it might have just been a... translation situation. But anyway, there is literally going to be a cruise. It's April 21st, 2025 from Genoa. It's a 5-day cruise, and it is all things Bruce Springsteen. And
because when you think Bruce Springsteen, you think Italian cruise line.
I know, right? Like, it just happens to be like this one person who likes both events and cruising and Bruce Springsteen. And I think it's funny because all over this little press release talks about like Springsteen is like America, right?
Well, it is, yeah.
I am not a big fan of Bruce Springsteen, so I think this is so
American.
funny.
He's very thought of as American music.
So it's concerts, seminars, roundtables, karaoke,
impersonators.
Yes, there's going to be anything that you can imagine. There's going to be
auction.
Yep.
There's a Springsteen memorabilia auction.
There's going to be. There will also have plenty of room for creativity and moments of real entertainment, the confessions of fans, and much more. It's putting like this whole program. It's like 5 days of like everything you can imagine. I think is great. Like I said, not a Springsteen fan, but this person, man or woman, Massimo, probably man, so passionate about Bruce Springsteen. And somehow MSC is like all on board about it. Confessions of fans. Like they're in quotes. Like,
hi, my name is Chris. Hello, Chris. I once saw the video, the boss's video. I then started tucking in my white t-shirts into my jeans. I've come around to the notion that was really just for an album cover, and you look dorky when you
is this their confession?
Yeah, this is the confession. When you tuck your white t-shirt into jeans like the boss does. So I need to.
It sounds exciting. Sounds very exciting.
I need to send my apologies to everybody.
A wonderful part of the cruise.
Those are the confessions
of
Springsteen fans right there. The highlights.
I mean, I'm
Friends
sure.
of Bill W. You know Friends of Bill W?
Right. Now it's
Friends of Bruce S.
Friends of the Boss.
Friends of Bruce S.
So yeah, this is actually a cruise that anyone can book. It, like I said, it's going to be on April 21st, 2025. It's on MSC Fantasia?
Fantastica? No, not Fantastica.
No.
This is one of the ones that like we never hear
it's
about.
Like this. It's Fantasia.
Fantastes. No, not Fantastes.
No.
That's a little too close. Although I wouldn't put it.
No, it's just Fantasia. It's not That's not, yeah. So.
Everybody join in with me. Born
oh, God, no.
MSC.
No, stop.
Born on MSC.
Please.
Anyway, that is the most weirdest random little,
and I love it. I absolutely
article
love
that I happened to video that I came across that just was stuck in the back corner. Like that's nowhere. You got to search for that kind of stuff.
It's not like an advertisement. So, and so we thought we'd bring it to you in case you are like the biggest Springsteen fan and you want to go share confessions and do karaoke and lookalikes with like 2,000 other people. This is your cruise.
Hello, everybody. My name is Chris.
No, we're not doing that again.
Oh,
we're doing that again.
Fine. Okay, so
yeah. But so,
with the Bruce Springsteen thing?
But I want to just say real quick, because we never really like introduced what this podcast is. We just kind of like jumped right in. Oh. So this podcast is just today, like, yay, we're back. We had a great time, and some like random deep dive MSC things. That's what it's going to be. Oh, that's right. It's a poopery. That's right. That's good.
Poopery.
A poopery of MSC.
Okay.
So what's the next deep dive that you have?
Yes. So then I was on Reddit. I love reading silly comments on Reddit and fun things and weird experiences and everything that goes along with Reddit. Yes.
Can we say real quickly what article we were trying to find that we really wanted to share and we could not find it?
We can just quickly, because I'm hoping that I'm going to find that someday so that I can bring it actually what it says.
There was you want me to do it real quick, or do you want to?
It doesn't matter. You go ahead. Sure.
It was this Reddit post where it talked about how cruise lines can save money and where they can cut cost. And it came across as someone had the brilliant idea of having
somebody put a comment at the bottom.
Like said, for real.
A real comment that said this. Yes, go ahead.
That the best way for cruise lines to save money is to have the actual like guest staying in the cabin to clean their own cabin and then to stand there and wait for MSC like representative to like to come and inspect their cleaning, how well they clean the cabin, so that way they could get away from actual cabin stewards because the guests would clean their own. Just thought that was
so you clean your own cabin, and then at 10 a.m. everybody has to go back to that
stand in
their
line.
Hallway.
Yep, and
it's a different time for every hallway, I assume, or something. Maybe it's 10 o'clock for the whole boat.
Exactly.
I don't know what their grand plan was.
I don't know.
But you have to go stand in front of your cabin, and then a room steward, because then you can just go down to one room steward, I guess, for the hallway. You don't need one for 8 cabins or 10 cabins. You can have one for 40 cabins.
Right.
And he comes by, and then you acknowledge him.
Yeah.
Yes, Captain. Yes, room steward. And he goes in and checks and makes sure you have
folded the corners of your bed,
corner beds, and that you could eat off your toilet, which I don't suggest doing.
So there is like some crazy stuff when you dive this deep. So we just want to kind of give you an example. So, we couldn't go back and find it, but this is another one we wanted to share.
So I got to put on my glasses because I'm going to read some. So this is another one. That kind of piqued my interest.
Okay.
It was Wood Brook Bond Black Tea Sachets. I don't know if I'm saying that right because I don't even know what a sachet. No, not a dance with attitude, a walk with attitude, not a sachet. Well, it might be sachet. What do I know?
I don't know.
Anyway, Wood Brook Bond Black Tea Sachets or sachets be available on cruise during breakfast. Sorry, first timer here. We only drink Brook Bond black tea thrice a day. Just wondering if the cruise would have black tea. And so there's some answers. They have Lipton black tea, and another one said, I always take my own tea bags on board and carry one with me to each meal. Another one said, I bring my own as well. Tetley British blend and a big insulated cup. So I'm getting an idea that this might be like a British thing. Mm-hmm. So I read down some more.
The thrice gave it away.
Thrice. And here's what really gave it away. There's another one. Pretty religious tea drinkers. We've been on 12 and we learned to bring our own. And someone down here said, just Lipton, bring your own. I brought some of my favorite with a U tea bags from home. And I'm like, that's
definitely
that
British.
is the British way,
right,
of spelling favorite, for sure. Not us Americans who like to drop anything we can so it's easier.
Exactly.
So I was like, is this like a thing with like UK cruisers? Like, is it a problem that they can't get a particular tea? Because that never even occurs to me that that would be a problem.
Right.
Like a specific tea, really?
Well, when you told me about it, like, we have to think about it like this. As you drink your cup of coffee in your beautiful MSC, where'd you get that mug?
This is from, if you couldn't tell from the back.
Can you tell from the front?
MSC.
That was your little purchase
that was
on board.
My purchase.
Yes. Yes, everyone can see it. Oh. There might be some other purchases, but we won't talk about those now.
I'm not even going to bring that up.
Don't bring that up.
The little oval-shaped thing in the background.
No, so when you were talking about this...
Until that video comes out,
correct.
Then I will bring that up.
When you're talking about this, I related because both of us appreciate good coffee, right? So coffee is the most important thing. Not the most important thing. It's how we enjoy cruises. I think we've been pretty open about that on our channel. So we appreciate consistently good coffee, cream. Like, I don't necessarily care about the sugar as long as it's like sugar. But like, if we can be that picky, there's got to be, I mean, we're not British, but like the British love their cuppa.
Cup of tea.
No, it's just a cuppa.
Oh,
it's not cup of tea.
Have a cuppa and
so I can see.
Relax. What is that saying? They say.
I don't know. Oh, keep calm and.
Oh, keep calm and have a cuppa.
There you go. So I can. I
like mine.
Yours is better.
Have a cuppa and relax.
So when I was going through, when you were,
I'm so eloquent.
When you were talking about that, and I had been doing my own deep dive, I came across a article by World Tea News. It's a publication.
Wow.
World Tea News.
97% of their readership is in the UK.
Exactly. Exactly. But I wanted to share this because. And I know this is like super particular, and if you're not like a big tea drinker, like we understand. But
the other 3% comprises my grandma's.
Exactly. The dedication that MSC puts to this is absolutely amazing. So let me read this to you. So a recent poll of MSC cruises of 2,000 people revealed that 3/4 of British travelers declare that tea never tastes the same on board a cruise. So as a result, half of those people bring their own tea bags when they leave England, and 37% go as far as to bring their own kettle, mug, and sugar bowl. So there is a lot more that goes into making the perfect cuppa than just boiling water, a standard tea bag, and a drop of milk. So what the title of the article is MSC Cruises trials first tea library at sea. So they have a tea library.
What the heck is a tea library?
A tea library. I'm going to tell you. This is something that they have just currently on the Virtuoso, which is pretty much like the home ship for Great Britain, England. So its home port is in Southampton. So it's the main English ship. So MSC has launched an MSC tea library aboard the MSC Virtuoso filled with nearly 100 types of tea. They go to list all these types of tea, showing they know their guest. Oh, sorry, I already read that part. Okay. Along with these 100 types of different brands of tea, they have different varieties of milk, different sugar, different sweeteners, different mugs, different cups, different teapots, different tea cozies. And to top it all off, they actually have bottled tap water from different parts around London. So some of the areas have a little bit harder water, which makes a different type cup of tea, and then some of the softer water. So you'll have like a variety of different water. So depending on where you're at, you're actually getting bottled tap water, plus all those other little things that you can choose from to make your cuppa exactly the way you want it. Is that absolutely amazing?
That is amazing. I mean, I can't believe, I can.
Yeah.
Because MSC really does. I know that people, maybe they think we're shilling for MSC. Maybe they think that. I don't know. We're not.
No.
We like to point out the flaws we see with MSC too, but they really do listen to their customers.
Right.
We noticed on the seashore, can I just say real quick, we noticed on the seashore, they put out little placards at certain events on board, like the brunch, where you scan, you take your phone and it has a little QR code. And a page pops up, then they want to know right then and there.
Right.
How was your experience? What can we do differently? What do you see that's...
Are you happy with what we're making changes? Are you happy with them? Do you want to see something else? They had those all over the buffet. They had it at the brunch, which we're going to talk about. So
they really
actively
actively listen to their guests, and make changes a little quicker, I think, than some other cruise lines, just because like we like to say, they're family owned, so they don't have to go through so much corporate.
Right. But like getting back to like Chris, he likes a certain size cup. He likes a certain mouthfeel on it. He likes, likes cream. So I can totally understand why people are very particular, even as far as going down to the tea kettle, the cup, or the mug, since those are kind of two different things. So I was really intrigued with this article, and it just says a firm favorite with British travelers, MSC Virtuoso. Hold on. I lost my place. Anyway, guests can enjoy a tasty cuppa while taking in the beautiful scenery in the Northern Europe, the Med, the Norwegian fjords. And so this is a funny part of the article. It says the British stereotype of politeness certainly rings true, with 45% of Brits admitting that they would still drink an awful cup of tea, and a quarter would even express their gratitude to the person who made it. I thought that was really funny. So nice. So they have this trialing, and it's called a tea library. And so this is from MSC saying, we're always listening to our customers to ensure their sailing experience is truly remarkable. And if this trial is successful, we will roll it out during 2025. So I don't know. Excuse me. Talk about something.
It's a way to make your cuppa incredible.
Okay.
It's a way to make your cuppa familia.
Familia. There you go. I like that one. I don't know how much space that takes up. I don't know. It seems like, with all of that, it might be a good amount, but that's kind of really cool that they're trying to make their cruise ships feel a little bit more home for people who that's something that's important to them. So I kind of understand it now that you kind of compared it to the coffee, because that's one of my top experiences on a cruise ship, and especially MSC, because their coffee is so good. We drank so much coffee. Oh my goodness. And it just feels good. Yeah. So I understand that, my Brit brothers and sisters looking for that cup of coffee. I mean, that cup of tea. They're looking for a cup of tea. Could you imagine, like, in the morning, though, like if you went up to the buffet and like you had your coffee and you had your pitcher of cream there, and then you had like 3 or 4 different actually cups to pick from, the different sizes, you would be like, ooh, which one do I want? Spend all morning picking out my coffee. Exactly. So I thought that was pretty cool. So just thought one of the deep dives that we would share with you. Now we want to talk. Yeah.
Just because we brought it up, can I just say one thing about the seashore?
Well, we're getting ready to talk about seashore now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
good.
We just got off the seashore.
This is a nice segue.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember.
Okay.
At breakfast, when the first round that we got of coffee in the main dining room, they said, "Do you want cream?" We were like, "Yes," and they poured milk.
It was milk, yeah.
Then we said, next time when they filled it up, we said, "Can we have half and staff instead of cream?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, sure."
Yeah.
And he went and immediately got the half and half for us. And then from then on,
that's all
we saw was half and half.
Right.
In the dining room.
Right.
So I don't know what happened there.
Are you the coffee leader?
I would like to think that we inspired change for that cruise.
That would be nice to think. I don't think so, but that's thinking a little bit too much of ourselves.
Or if just like everybody was like, we don't want milk.
Yeah.
We want some sort of half and half or something like that. A little bit thicker for coffee.
Yeah.
And so they finally just went,
let's just
do the half and half.
Yeah.
Because 90% of everybody's like asking for that. So.
But then it is nice on the buffet. There is skim milk. There is cold milk, which is more like a 2%. And then there's always half and half. There's always pitchers of that, which is great.
And it's always filled.
Always filled.
You never run out of half and half. They put a little dot on it as to what time they fill it. And then they come back with those wonderful people that are all over the ship. And I said, I'm doing a segue.
Good segue.
All over the ship, checking that it needs to be replaced or filled constantly. I mean, every 15 minutes we saw that guy there.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about the seashore. We have a little article on the seashore as well, but I'm going to kind of piggyback on what Chris said, and I'm not talking about just coffee at this point.
It's all right if you want to talk about coffee. I'm okay with that.
The buffet was done so well on a sold out cruise, and just completely being honest, we were surprised, right? Because we had come from the Magnifica, which it was like, oh, there's people here. Whoa, there's people. Whoa. There was a dedicated team just for the drink station. They're always there. They were just going around and round and round and cleaning those drink stations, stocking them. And the buffet was so clean. They opened all of it before they needed all of it, and it was a fun experience to watch, because we got to watch some of the behind the scenes stuff on that too. But that kind of rolls into the article. Some of you may have seen this. I know it kind of has come out on a lot of the bigger sites.
What's the title?
I'm going to look at my phone.
Oh, you don't have it up there? It wasn't printed on your piece of paper.
Yeah, you printed it, but I have the title.
3 cruise ships earn perfect cleanliness scores from the CDC.
That's right.
You have no idea, as a germaphobe, how that's music to my ears. Like, that just makes me feel all warm and gooey inside.
Exactly.
When I see earn perfect cleanliness scores.
Perfect. And
perfect cleanliness
so
scores.
There's 3 ships: Royal Caribbean's Brilliance of the Seas, Norwegian Sky, and MSC Seashore.
Yay!
What?
We were just on it.
And little sneak peek, kind of on one of our 3x3s too, is we noticed it so clearly, and Chris has that on one of his. So, and then to come and see that, because we didn't see this before, kind of is really cool to see. Like, we're kind of in the know a little bit, maybe, or we're very noticing of it. Yeah. So the article says this: the CDC recently awarded 3 vessels perfect scores, so 100%, as part of its vessel sanitation program. And this is a pretty rigorous inspection. It's a surprise inspection that happens twice a year to every ship that has a port in the U.S. The CD comes aboard, and it's like an 8 to 10 hour inspection. Can you imagine everything?
Everything.
So this.
Hold on, just real quick. I want to read just a couple things that were on the
And he has the actual inspection report for the seashore.
Yeah. I just think it's kind of funny. One of the men's toilet door caught on the door frame and didn't close all the way. That's one of the things they got dinged for.
It didn't take any points away, but it's something that they noticed. Away. Yeah.
The marketplace wash station, the bar wash station was 4 degrees too warm for the hand washing. Yes. There was one, this is what it says. One small fly was flying throughout the buffet.
That's an intense inspection. And
I read the whole thing. Because,
it should be. Yeah.
And it's just little tiny stuff. There's like 15 things that they did. There was condensation on a temperature gauge.
Yeah.
And so they had to clean that off and make sure the temperature gauge was working correctly. Yeah. Because if you put, if ice formed on there, it might throw the temperature off a little bit. So that's it. And that makes me so happy. There was no, you stored a cooking utensil in the raw meat bucket.
Right, exactly. Well, let me tell you, it said a perfect score requires top marks in all 44 areas, including food handling, onboard personnel, water quality, galley cleanliness, and the overall ship. The unannounced visits last anywhere from 8 to 10 hours. So I work in the restaurant industry. Okay. Everyone gets inspected. Okay. Getting a perfect score like this is not a result of, hey, the inspector's on board. Get everything together.
Everybody wipe something down.
Okay. Yeah. Getting a perfect score like this when an unannounced visit means that they're doing these things constantly. And that I really like to hear, especially since we were just on that. Wouldn't it be a bummer if we got this and we just got off and it was a bad score?
I was going to say that just real quick. The seashore last May.
Seaside.
I'm sorry. Seaside, not the seashore. Seaside failed last May. So
and the Margaritaville.
There was a few ships that did it. But they just picked that May report to show that two of them did.
And you have to hit 85% or higher to pass. And if you're below 85%, you fail. I don't know what the what is the word I'm looking for? Recompenses. What am I looking for?
Recumbent bike. No. You get a recumbent bike for passing.
I hate when I lose words.
It's a prize. CDC comes around with recumbent bikes.
Stop it.
Hands it to the captain and says, "Good job."
What's the word I'm looking for?
There's a little flag on the back of the bike that says,
we're moving on.
The CDC.
We're moving on. I don't know what the word I'm looking for.
Let me just say, we saw it in guests out front in the show area.
Absolutely.
Using Disney terms. Out front where we are walk around and stuff. We saw people. It's part of my 3x3. I'm giving it away.
Yeah.
It was very 2 months visible. When that comes out, you're going to see that we say.
Yeah. We saw it.
There's crew everywhere and they're constantly cleaning everything. And it's so nice. And it's such a nice feeling to know that they care about that.
Yep.
And obviously it's a ship-wide thing. Somebody has gone on there and said, we are going to keep this ship clean.
Perfect. Yep.
And in working order. And it was nice to know that not only is it out front where we saw it, but according to the CDC,
that was kind of cool.
It's everywhere on the ship.
Yeah.
Everywhere on the ship. So that is really a wonderful thing to hear. Yes, exactly.
We experienced several new things when we were on the seashore. And of course, all these will have videos coming out, but we want to talk about something in particular because it was amazing and we don't want you guys to miss it the next time you go. So I don't know exactly when they brought a new brunch menu out. If you've watched any of our like
Which
previous
brunch are you gonna
series.
talk about?
We're talking about the tour de brunch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The main dining room brunch on sea days, right?
On sea days. So we had 2 sea days on this ship. And so the tour de brunch is what they're titling this new menu that's available in the main dining room. And it's good hours too. It's from like 9
to 1:30.
To 1:30.
I think
9
it was
or
9:30.
8.
I think it was 8 or 8:30.
I can't remember. We were not there early, so I don't remember when it opened. But so it gave you a really good range. And the first sea day, we did not go to this because we experienced brunch at another location. But we did notice there were signs kind of around the ship. And of course, it was on the app and it was showing this. And I looked at it, I'm like, that actually looks really good. So we have typically not had good experiences at brunches on ships, right? So we tend to not go to them.
Our Carnival Sunshine brunch was the silliest thing in the world. They had piping hot,
I got a
discolored salmon.
I got a salmon Caesar salad
that was somehow gray and piping hot. And put on top of your salad.
Caesar salad.
So it was wilted lettuce with weird colored salmon on it. It was the weirdest, grossest thing. Anyway, and so it was just a wild mess in there, which kind of is on every cruise ship.
On a lot of them, brunches are kind of like this. And, we even noticed that it's like this crazy, like, madhouse for breakfast and for brunch, right? Like, dinner seems so organized. And somehow breakfast is like all the rules are out the window and it's just chaos and hope you get everything you ordered. So I don't understand what happens. That's just very general across most cruise ships.
It really is. It's bizarre at breakfast on cruise ships. Like they've just
run around and
show up, I think. And like there's no plan. Like here's $1 million opportunity for anybody that wants to take it. Go to a cruise, any cruise line. Just pick one cruise line because they're all this way. They're all
this way.
And say, I can write some guidelines for how to serve breakfast. And you'll make $1 million because it'll go off like clockwork and they'll be like, holy moly.
What?
We didn't think of guidelines for breakfast. We thought of it for dinner. We had no idea that you could do that for breakfast.
And here's the thing. Like, if you don't know, I'm very analytical. So when I'm sitting there waiting at breakfast, I'm looking and I'm watching where people are going. There are more people, there are more servers and crew in the dining room in the morning than there are at night. And yet they're all running around and I can't find any organization of what's going on. We see one person who gives us, and then we don't see them again. And we're like, where are they? Anyway,
you see him
I don't understand.
All the way on the other side of the restaurant. Like, what's the waiter doing over there?
And then remember, like, Ruby was our assistant waiter in the dining room.
Hi, Ruby, if you watch.
And all of a sudden we looked up and she's standing there like, has no idea what she's just like looking around. Like she was just like, they're like, go down and help. And she's like, okay. And we just see her like, she has no idea what to do. And then she just like walks off. And it was like the perfect example of breakfast and brunch time in the dining room. But regardless of that, so that we tend to not do it, right? So we tend
to be like, let's avoid the hour and a half long chaos in the restaurant this morning.
And so the first day of brunch, we went brunch somewhere else. And then the last day of our cruise was one more sea day. And so we're like, well, it's a brand new menu. We want to get it on video. So we're going to go ahead and do it. And we went and it still was very chaotic. But for the first time in Triple T history, we had brunch there 9:30? 9:30?
Yes.
I'm going to say this because it's just reality. 9:30, we both, and I'm going to tell you what we got. I'm going to read just a little bit of the menu. I'm not going to like tell you all of it, but, and then we came back for lunch before it closed. And we came back about 1.
Because we saw the cheeseburger that they offered.
Yeah.
And we're like, let's come back for lunch. So like an hour later, we were back in.
Hey, here we are again.
We're here for the hamburgers.
And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. So they have some, and you can look it up anywhere. Most places have the menu now. It's called Tour de Brunch, and it's kind of laid out like it's going to have like your like pretty basic things, you know, your toast and your juices and your different egg breakfasts that you can have. But what it has the grand tour kind of in the center, and it has something kind of from different countries. So there's a pan perdue, which is the French toast. We didn't get that. There was a steak, egg, and chips from the United Kingdom, which is a petite filet, 2 fried eggs, and thick cut chips, which I saw several people have it. It looked very good. Really good. Very good. They had huevos rancheros from Mexico.
All of these things I would order.
Exactly. So I kind of am sad that we didn't go the first time because we couldn't fit in a third time around.
Oh, come on. We could have.
We could
have.
Shashuka from Tunisia, which it kind of has that spicy tomato sauce and has like the 2 eggs kind of cooked inside of it, which Chris had on the first brunch. How was
Firsties. It was amazingly delicious. Amazingly delicious.
Then from Italy it was a bucatina alla carbonara, which I wasn't real thrilled with it. It was a little bit dry. I like a little bit more sauce. It didn't thrill me. It was okay.
Which you'd think the pasta dish out of everything
it came
on
off,
an Italian cruise line would be the best.
It came off a little dry, so I don't know if it like sat for a little bit or not. Then they had the jumbo cheeseburger from the United States, and I'm going to read this one because it came out and I'm like, and this was after we'd already ordered, and we're like, that looks amazing. And neither of us are like big burger. Yeah.
They walked by our table. We're like, ooh.
Neither of us are like big, like
FOMO.
We're not big like cheeseburger fan. Like we like to, do a lot, but like just a cheeseburger, I thought, well, we should try something else. But it's an 8-ounce beef burger topped with brisket, onion rings, American cheddar, and bacon on a brioche bun. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. And then from Japan, they had karange fried chicken, which was stir-fried rice with bacon and a jammy egg.
Necktie.
Which Chris got, and you didn't eat that.
That wasn't good.
No, it was.
I just have to say that wasn't good. We ordered the 2 things that we probably shouldn't have ordered.
But they sounded good.
Sounded good, but it really was.
It was thigh.
It was thigh meat, which I'm not a huge fan of. So that probably
it's a little fatty.
It's a check in the wrong direction.
Some people might like it.
Me.
If you like thigh and you like a little bit of fatty in with the fried chicken, you might like it.
Yeah, that's not my thing.
But it didn't have any sauce or flavor on the fried chicken.
It didn't, and I thought there would be some sort of
karanga exactly
sauce on there. I don't know what karanga is.
Yeah,
but I thought there would be. I thought it would just be a little more garlicky.
Yeah,
oniony.
Yeah. But it was a very American version of what.
But the rice Japanese was just kind of long grain rice with a little bit of soy sauce,
carrots and peas or whatever.
Didn't even have that.
Oh, it didn't even have that. Okay.
Didn't even have that. So anyway,
and then they have an Indian dish, which it's chana masala and ulu bijan. I don't know.
That's great.
From India. So chickpeas and curried potato.
Spot on.
Traditional fried bread. And so that kind of was the grand tour part. And then they had like cereals. They have a whole bunch of other. They had a couple desserts. They have a strawberry shortcake, a West Indies banana bread pudding, and a brownie a la mode. So it's I really liked the menu.
They had a hidden menu.
What was the hidden menu?
Remember, it was little tiny donuts.
Oh,
like it wasn't on the menu.
Wait a second. This is what happened. Let me tell you. So the server brings out this. It was kind of a small plate, and it had like 2 chocolate and 2 strawberry. They were like mini donuts. If you put your thumb to your finger kind of round, that's about how big they were. And both Chris and I were like, did this like double take, like, what's that?
Exactly.
And we called our server.
Yeah, they took it to another table.
Yeah, and we called the server and we're like, we want donuts. So they ended up bringing us a plate of donuts.
Yeah, exactly. How could that not be front and center on the menu? It was
secret.
I didn't see anything.
I don't think it was on here.
Anyway, They had that. Be sure and just order them, because I'm telling you, that little strawberry donut.
Yeah, they're like
delicious.
they're like these tiny donuts, but they had like filling inside of them.
Yeah,
so they were really
filled.
good. Secret. You heard it here first.
Like the icing that they used on top was also filled inside.
Inside, yeah. Okay, so the first brunch we had, it was okay. We probably didn't make the best choices, so wasn't that great. But we came back because the burger looked so good. And so let me tell you, we came back. Did you get the burger?
Yeah.
You got the burger too?
Yeah. Well, remember, I ordered the kranga.
Yeah,
chicken.
It's been so long already since we've been back. Exactly. I don't even remember.
Anyway,
but I shared the burger.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I didn't eat my kranga, so I
shared the
ate your burger. Yeah.
It was the best burger I have ever had on a cruise ship. And I'm not usually a big fan of like a big thick piece of meat, but it was cooked so well that it wasn't hard or tough. It was cooked all the way through, but it was still soft. And there was a little bit of like chopped up brisket with a little bit of barbecue sauce kind of underneath of it.
Yeah, the brisket didn't overtake it. It was
didn't overtake it. It was just a little bit. And
they didn't shove a bunch of barbecue sauce on it.
No, it was just very little. So we highly recommend.
Sauce,
Highly recommend. It was kind of hidden underneath, so if you didn't
tour de brunch.
Yeah. So if you are going, and I'm hoping it's going to be on most ships and maybe not just the Seashore, definitely try it. It got busy. Like 10:30, there was quite a long line. So if you can, try to get there a little early and have a burger for breakfast. It's okay. But it's definitely worth it. So our video will come out and you'll see all the pictures, video and all of it. But
who's that cyclist that overcame cancer that probably gave it to himself with so much steroids? But who's that cyclist? Remember his name?
No.
A Live Strong guy?
Live Strong guy. Let me look real quick.
Look it up real quick. Just real quick before we end it. This is really...
What's his name? Armstrong. Isn't his last name Armstrong?
Yes, that's right. Armstrong. What's his first name? Anyway.
Good, Lance Armstrong. Oh my goodness. That took us too long.
For this.
I know. It better be a good joke.
I'm the Lance Armstrong of Tour de Brunch.
Why?
Because I always come in first. I'm always coming in first on the Tour de Brunch.
That was worth it.
That was ridiculous. That was a ridiculous amount for that joke. Anyway,
it was.
All right.
That's okay.
We need to wrap this up.
Okay. So yeah, we had a great time and we're happy to be back. We have a lot of videos. They may not come out this week, I don't think, because
there will not be.
Yeah,
our first video won't come out this week.
Yeah.
Just because it's
just life. Got a little busy.
Caught up when we get back. We got back on Sunday at midnight.
Yeah.
And, just trying to get caught up.
Thankfully, we didn't catch any kind of cruise crud, or we didn't get sick or anything. We're just trying to catch up. So anyway, we hope you enjoyed our little potpourri from deep dives of MSC Online.
The deep dive into the potpourri.
Yep. As always, we love your comments. I'm going to just keep moving on from that. Thank you so much for taking the time and listening. And I guess we're going to see you guys in the next podcast.
We will.
Thank you all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.